This is the RD-25 from Primary Arms, and it's part of their classic series. And of course, as you might expect, that means it's a little bit of a throwback. It probably doesn't have all the latest, greatest technology, and most importantly, it's entry level. So this is a fully featured, rugged red dot optic that's suitable for home defense, suitable for maybe some very close-in hunting, hogs, things like that, maybe a patrol rifle, or any of the recreational shooting you're going to do, to include some competitive shooting that you might want a red dot on. One of the nice things about this is coming in as part of the classic series at under $150, you're going to be able to, and that's with, by the way, the quick detach mount with that riser, with everything built in, all the features, everything else. Put the battery in, you're ready to go. For less than $150, this is also a really good scope that you might put on a training rifle. It's something you might put on a 22 for the kids. You could maybe not want to put the top end stuff, which again you can get from Primary Arms. Maybe it's going to be more compact, lighter, more fully featured. It's going to cover up the adjustments, things like that. That optic is what you want on your primary defensive gun or that hunting gun that you need in a more rugged condition. But this is the kind of optic I think that you put on, 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 other rifles you have in your collection. That's what's nice about the classic series. It lets you get all the features, it comes with the mount, all those things at a very, very easy entry level price. And when I talk about fully featured, what am I talking about? Well, it's a 25mm objective lens. What that means is you're going to have plenty of space. That's wide field of view. That means when you put this on a rifle, you bring it up to your cheek, you're going to be able to find that dot very quickly. It's rapid acquisition. Another nice thing about it is that the illumination, the adjustment of the illumination up and down 10 levels of brightness, it's up on top, which makes it ambidextrous, right? So you can, I wouldn't suggest using your control hand, your strong hand, to reach up and over and do that, but maybe that's actually going to be an easier thing for you to do. And let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to go ahead and put it on this SIRT stick. If you're not familiar with the SIRT stick, it's a training simulator which lets you use a SIRT pistol with an AR configuration rifle body. So what that means is I can put accessories like the red dot sight onto my SIRT pistol, but I put it on the SIRT stick. And again, if I wanted to leave this dedicated and set up and put the exact sling and whatever other accessories I might want on my, or actually have on my home defense gun, now I've got a dedicated optic that just lives on here. I don't have to think about moving my optic back and forth when I want to do some training reps. So again, if I come up here and I realize, well, I'm not super well illuminated, one of the things that's nice about potentially using your strong hand is that I can use this hand to brace the gun back against myself. For some people, if they try to hold the gun up, if you don't have the wrist strength, you don't have the hand strength, now you're putting a lot of pressure here and it's not as easy. So what do? I leave this hand out here, I reach up, I make my adjustments. Now primarily I would rather use my support hand to make those adjustments, but either way, when I make those adjustments on this particular RD-25, it is up on top of the rifle, which is nice. The QD mount, this is something that 15, 20 years ago, it was hard to find QD mounts that were reliable and rugged, and they cost hundreds of dollars. In fact, I think the first QD mount I had for a red dot sight on AR, I assure you, it cost me more than this entire setup from the classic series from Primary Arms. So take a look at it. If you're looking not only for an entry-level red dot, maybe you're not into red dots yet, maybe you have a magnified optic or an LPVO up on top of your rifle and you're thinking about an offset mounted RDS instead of offset mounted hard sights, this would be a good option, a good entry-level option. And again, for your training gun, for the 22, for something you're going to put on a rifle for the kids to be able to have a little bit more fun out there shooting cans in the backyard, if it's safe for you to do so, obviously. That's how I grew up shooting, and it would have been cool to have one of these on top of that instead of just the iron sights, because red dots are the way to go, and Primary Arms with the classic series, particularly the RD-25, making it easier to do all the time. Thanks.